Forgiveness might seem like a purely personal matter, but what if it's actually the key to transforming entire economic systems and healing society's deepest wounds?
That's quite a bold claim. What evidence points in that direction?
Well, I've been studying this fascinating historical document that makes an unexpected connection between personal transformation and economic justice. It suggests that our inability to move past grievances actually perpetuates harmful economic systems.
How exactly does that connection work?
You know how we often try to fill emotional voids with material things? Well, this document, Pope Leo's encyclical, suggests that many of our economic problems stem from this same pattern, just on a societal scale. It's like retail therapy, but as an entire economic system.
That's really making me think about our modern consumer culture in a different way. What other insights does it offer?
Well, here's what's fascinating. It proposes this system called Distributism, which is like this middle ground between capitalism and socialism. It argues that private property is essential for human dignity. And here's the key, it should be widely distributed rather than concentrated in the hands of a few.
So it's suggesting that economic systems and moral frameworks are fundamentally connected.
Exactly right. And here's where it gets really interesting. The document argues that labor isn't just about earning money. It's deeply connected to human dignity and identity. Like, think about how many people during the pandemic reevaluated their relationship with work. That's exactly what this document was talking about over a century ago.
That's fascinating how relevant these ideas still are. How does it suggest implementing these principles?
Well, it actually calls for creating workers' associations and unions, which was pretty revolutionary for its time. But here's the really profound part. It emphasized that these organizations should focus on both material and spiritual well-being. It's like it was anticipating our modern conversations about workplace wellness and mental health.
You know, that reminds me of recent studies showing how company culture impacts employee well-being. How does this connect to the forgiveness aspect you mentioned earlier?
So there's this beautiful thread running through both concepts. The document suggests that true progress requires what we might call collective healing. We can't separate personal transformation from systemic change. It's like, you know how therapy helps individuals heal? Well, this document suggests we need something similar, but on a societal scale.
That's quite a comprehensive vision. What are the practical implications for today?
So imagine approaching workplace policies with this holistic understanding. Instead of just focusing on productivity metrics, we'd consider how policies affect human dignity. The document suggests that economic justice and personal well-being are inseparable, like two sides of the same coin.
That's certainly challenging our modern tendency to compartmentalize these issues.
Right, and here's what I think is the most crucial takeaway. We need both personal transformation and systemic change. We can't just focus on individual healing while ignoring unjust systems, and we can't create new systems without addressing the personal dimensions of change.
That's giving me a whole new perspective on workplace reform. Any final thoughts?
Well, I think the key message is that behind every policy, every system, every workplace reform, there are human beings deserving of dignity and respect. When we keep that in mind and combine it with both personal and collective healing, that's when real transformation becomes possible.